Nice work, Athena. Your face has only turned 5 shades of pale. I was expecting 50. Ha 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 ha! Ah, references.
Destinies Legal Academy, a prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
What? What? What's... Is this happening literally, or is it just like... Oh my... Why does this always happen in academies? Oh no, I'm gonna be late! This is... Oh, whew, finally! So, this is it, the illustrious Destinies Legal Academy. This is the place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors got their start. When news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back, he received a call from the school asking him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us along, hoping we'd learn something from the experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting here 30 minutes late. At least it's not all business today. After all, today's their school festival. Yeah. And a mock trial. Prosecute and Classy Cafe. Oh, Culpable Curry. Live. Who? I wonder who that guitar was about. I wonder who that could be. Guilty Dogs. Wow, this place has school festival written all over it. Literally. But why all the cold stares? Is it because everyone's in a school uniform except me? Well, I like the way I dress. Wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are. Your attention, please. Yeah, Athena does have a school uniform, but I didn't know if I was supposed to wear it for this episode or not. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Thank you. Sounds like a mock trial is about to start. But where's this lecture hall? Looks like all the students and faculty are heading that way. Might as well join them. Maybe you'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. This must be the lecture hall. Sorry, I am not a morning person. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compete. All this for a school trial? Hey, Athena over here. Ah, there they are. Ah, Mr. Wright, Apollo. I've been looking for you two. I'm so sorry I'm late. It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. But we didn't want to be late for our meeting. Luckily for you, the person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late. Who dat? Oh my god! How unprofessional of her to keep visitors to our esteemed institution waiting like this. I shall make her, right, I will not. Oh, who do we have here? It's a living marble statue. Oh, right, you haven't been introduced yet. Ah, yes, you must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I am Aristotle Means, a professor at this hallowed hall of learning. Aristotle. I haven't seen the lawyer course yet. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself. It's nice to meet you, too. How wonderful. So vigorous and vivacious. You just earned yourself a gold star. Ugh. Wow, thanks. That big smile of him is kind of scary, though. Looks like the mock trial's about to begin. What are we gonna do about our meeting? Oh, speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about? Oh, but I thought we had sent a pamphlet to your office. Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? You won't be seeing it again. Shusi used it for the old rip it up and restore it trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised. Well, it seems I had better explain the situation then. Thank you, Professor. Now, does anyone have any questions? I do, Professor. Could you tell me all about your school? What an excellent question. Here's a gold star for asking. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, but prosecutors take the prosecutor course, and future judges the judge course. Is that how it works? Like, you can just, like, become a judge right away? Wow, you have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law. Yes, well, that's what makes our school special, and today even more so. After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney Phoenix Wright. I guess he would be legendary. He solved unsolvable murder cases. He got his... I can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession. You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright, but you're not even a professor. Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want. I mean, if it's a law school, you would probably want, you know, to have some lawyers. Like, we've all had special guests at school show up at our schools, you know. Did you even know you were meant to be given a lecture here today? Yeah, sort of, but I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting with the head of the judge course, Constance Court. Oh god, the murder victim. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that. Professor Court. She is a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual. Oh, so that's who's late. From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow, in addition to today's lecture. A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve? Why, it involves the various skills that make a lawyer a lawyer. Objection! The arm angle when shouting, OBJECTION! The proper way to strike the podium. Oh my god, every lawyer does this. How to protect someone's voice. Most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. Oh my god, it's not just Phoenix Wright. Every single defense attorney does this bullshit. Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again? What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star. Oh, the great honor of taking a seminar by a famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. That is what is at stake in this mock trial, the crown jewel of the school festival. A famous prosecutor? I mean, that could be anyone. Pretty much all of our prosecutions in all these games have been famous prosecutors. We've got the rookie killer, Winston Payne. We've got Gaspin Payne, that's his brother. Fucking identical brothers. We've got Miles Edgeworth, a young attorney who had like a 100% success rate until he ran into Phoenix Wright. Got his mentor, Von Karma. Yes, it was I. His daughter, Francisca. And then we got Godot. And he's Godot. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. the top student in the lawyer course, and the top student in the prosecutor course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we select the best script written by a judge course student and base our case on that. This seems kind of like a... like, shouldn't it be like a double blind situation where, like, you don't actually know the actual, like, you don't know what is the truth, since the whole point of the court is that neither side knows the truth, so you have to argue to find the truth. It's classic dialectics. Oh god, I've summoned him. That's not how dialectics works, you stupid! Ooh, a one-on-one battle? How thrilling. Oh, why did I sip that energy drink? So, if the student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar? But what if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so... you should be. There's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready for such a case. But exactly who it is, well, that is a special surprise. It's gonna be Edgeworth. A famous prosecutor? Now it can't be. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests. I'm Juniper Woods. Ah, Juniper! Juniper from the first episode, yay! I'm Juniper Woods, a senior in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly, since you'll be delivering the pre-trial. Oh my god, I hope she's the judge in Ace Attorney 7. That would be amazing. Would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready for you? Oh my, how very organized you are, Juniper. You just earned yourself a gold star too. Oh, but what about Professor Court? Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, I trust you will look after our visitors, Juniper. Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper? Juniper Woods? Is that you? Huh? Then, Athena? I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, you two know each other? Now that's a coincidence. We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie? Yes, well, we lived close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. Why won't she look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time. Anyway, we're supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking in the mock trial you're putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There is one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed. Alright. Yes, I'm very sorry, but it is part of the student curriculum after all. Hope you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. I'll tell you what, Apollo. Why don't you take my place? What? Really? Sure. Besides, I'd like to meet with Professor Court as soon as she gets here. Aw, no fair. I want to see the mock trial, too. Sorry, I'm going to let Apollo pull what little rank he has. If it's okay with Professor Means. But of course, Mr. Wright, if that is what you wish. He is definitely plotting the demise of Apollo. Being the new kid sure stinks. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. October. Still no Professor Court. It's been over 30 minutes. And Mr. Wright's snoozing away on the sofa. This is so boring. Should have hidden the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial. Not very punctual. 45. Oh! Eek! What was that? Why do I care about the age so much?
October 24th, Themis Legal Academy, the test hallway, it happened in the first floor hallway of Themis Legal Academy on October 24th. I was there with the...
Athena, I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. If you go running now, they'll think it was you. Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside. Oh, well, we better go have a look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall. Okay. 67th. Is this stage for some sort of concert? It kind of reminds me of a courtroom. Wait, Athena, behind the witness stand. What? Oh, God! A body has been discovered! Professor Court, can you hear me, Professor? Wait, that's who we were supposed to be meeting with? A dead body. It looks like our meeting's been canceled for us. Phoenix, this is not the time for fucking one-liners. She's fucking dead, okay? No way, this can't be real. I called the police. They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall too. No, wait. I'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus. Nah, never mind. Anyway, we should look around while the scene's still fresh. What? Okay, you're the boss. Okay. Huh. Okay. Ah. Thought there was something crawling on my arm. Guess I really do have to examine the body. Well, guess I better get used to stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer. They saw a dead body on the floor. Tiny little freaks. What do we have here? A book? I'm guessing it fell out of her chest pocket. Wait, what if it's her diary? That's the most private thing a girl has! True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Court. No, don't! It's a schedule. Looks more like a planner than a diary. Every page seems to have the same sword mark printed on it at that. I still think a girl deserves her privacy, but this may help us solve the case. Is there gonna be like some fake evidence? It's like, oh, this was in her planner. No, it wasn't, because there's no sword mark. I don't fucking know. Court's planner added to the court record. Okay, let's look at this arrow wound. You don't see many murder by arrow. Ugh, there's an arrow stuck in her side. Gunshot wounds and stabbings are pretty common, but arrow wounds? This is a homicide any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands. A murder? Here? So that makes this arrow the murder weapon. Well, that and the bow that shot it. Wait, but where could the killer have shot it from? This stage is a sea of obstructions. I'm no expert on archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with this much stuff around. Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow? I'm not sure. Guess we better do some more investigating before jumping to conclusions. She had to have been shot with the arrow. Oh, look at what we have here. Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath and then a good look. Oh God. You really do crap yourself when you die. I mean, now that you mention it, there's no blood around it. Yet the victim's body's cold, and rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. Oh yeah, this body has definitely crapped itself, if it's rigor mortis. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Court was murdered. Also, there's the big fucking rope burns on the wrists. The thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial. Wait, then doesn't that mean she was killed at a different location? Oh, I know. The killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall. And he dragged her by the wrists. That's a definite possibility. Notice anything else? Her arms are raised over her head, and there are dark bruises around her wrists. Yeah, the professor was probably tied up with something. Eventually, her wrists were unbound, and as she reached up to stretch, she was killed? Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory. I think she was tied post-mortem so she could get and then she was dragged here. There's not exactly a lot to go on. I think that's about all we're going to find out from the body for now. Nice work, Athena. Your face has only turned 5 shades of pale. I was expecting 50. Ha 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 ha! Ah, references. We should probably take a picture of the crime scene just in case. Okay, I'm on it. Say cheese! Phoenix, a woman is dead. Cheese? I thought I was the one with the twisted sense of humor. Both of you disgust me. I think that should do it. Alright, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive. Oh, this pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. Looks like a broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard. There are supposedly 2 statues on this stage. I seem to recall hearing that our co-ed from the Fine Art Club had made them. There were 2? Then that thing over there is the remains of another statue? This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look. Okay. The Pendant Rock bother. There's something buried in the rubble. The Themis Herald. Wait. We shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read what we can. Final act in Torrid love triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Wood. That's libel! She should sue. Also, who the fuck is making this a front page news? Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her if he wins. What the fuck? Wait, what? I seriously wish I hadn't read that. Who wrote that article? I want to beat their ass. You find that more shocking than discovering a murder victim's body? We're talking about my friend Junie here. She'd never lead guys on like that. A woman was nice to me one time, and then she didn't reciprocate my feelings when I said I was in love with her. This fucking bitch leading me on like that. Athena, you don't believe everything you read, do you? This article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it. You're right. But it's still disturbing, even if it's third-rate tabloid material. Why is third-rate tabloid material on the school paper? Fucking expelling whoever wrote that. Looks like a bust was destroyed. Wonder what this was a statue of. Whatever it was reddish purple in color. Miles Edgeworth! No, wait! Clavier Gavin! I recognize that belt buckle anywhere. When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were covered up. I bet they were waiting to unveil them when the school festival moved here to this stage. You mean this duffel bag looking thing was actually being used to cover up the statues? I don't remember bringing a duffel bag or even owning a duffel bag. Or Hank, would you mind shutting that other bag of yours? That's from King of the Hill YouTube poop, and I can't say the name because it has a slur. What a puzzle this is. Mr. Wright, Athena. Oh, here comes Apollo. I've never seen anyone move so fast. Mr. Wright, Athena. Listen, something big's happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced a body had been found on campus. A body has been discovered. Why don't you discover some bitches? That's right, and we're the ones who phoned in. We found Professor Court dead behind the witness stand over there. And I was there on 9/11, 7/11. There were firemen, and the firemen, What? Can you show me? And the body was discovered. It was at Homespeak Academy, and this tiny little freak bear, he shows up. This tiny little freak bear, he says despair a lot. He's obsessed with despair. I call him tiny little freak Kuma. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with this bit. We've already had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police get here... No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same. Exactly the same. Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean. It's the same. The body, that is. It's just like how it was in the mock trial. What? It's like the mock trial? I know. It sounds crazy, but... the body's location and position. The murder weapon. The lack of pool and blood. When rigor mortis happens, the blood, it all just sort of like sits in the center of the body. Because, you know, your heart stopped, so your blood's not going to get pumped anymore. And that's what causes your face to get that sort of deathly pale when you die. Like, yeah, rigor mortis and liver mortis. It's the very creepy part of death that you don't really see in murder mysteries, because usually the body is fresh. But I don't know. It's exactly like the mock trial. You're kidding, right? It can't really all be the same, can it? I can't tell if that's in the game or in real life, because like I always hear sirens outside. Oh boy, this is one hell of a... The whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. Yay! No school! One of our professors is dead. Yeah? And so is my patience for these... I don't fucking know. That's the last thing I expected at a legal academy. I'll go tell Professor Means what we observed when he discovered the body. You two wait here until you've spoken with the police. Yes, boss. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like these. I hope Junie hasn't fainted from the shock of this whole thing. Frida, I am nothing. There you are. Junie, am I glad to see you? I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I am student council president after all. I need to be strong. She's the... Student council president. Well, I'm impressed. I wonder if this is like your typical anime student council, or it's a realistic student council where they don't really do much. They, I guess, held fundraisers for the school and not much else. While in anime, it's all like, I am fucking God. Juniper, was it? You mind if we ask you a few questions? Yes, I'm student council president, and I'm gonna make this student council great again. Okay. Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police, and there's really not much to do. Sure, what would you like to know? Tell me about Juniper Woods. I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been, 7 years or so? Yes, and I remember how you were always there for me, Thina. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask why you seem so distant. Remember how you used to call me Thina? I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as the student representative of Themis Legal Academy, I have to act properly. He was never this stiff and formal before. I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. Such a prestigious school, and you're on the judge course to boot. Yes, and Professor Court had been in charge of it until, well, you know. Oh, right. Professor Court was the professor in charge of Junie's course. Oh. What sort of teacher was Professor Court? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was her mantra, and she used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of the law. A judge must always seek the truth. A construction worker must always seek the brick. A plumber must always seek the plunger. What's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. A fireman must always seek the building not being on fire and instead being extinguished. Am I imagining things, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice? Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial. Oh? You mean all the students in the judge course had to summon a script? And yours was the one she selected? Wow, that's amazing, Junie. Oh, thank you. But now Professor Court is... Who would do such a thing? The truth seeked by the very architect of its seeking, the judge. Have you read that shit? Orc City. None was more reviled than the orc. Orc City. For destroying orcs oversaw by the architect of its very destruction. Just yesterday we were working together trying to get things ready. Excuse me. Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. So she's still got that cough. Guess she's not as strong as she pretends to be. Why do you need a script in a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor? Well, we were stimulating a trial, so we needed a script as a framework. All the details about the incident and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photos, a murder weapon, and other kinds of evidence. Wow, you guys think of everything. Must be hard getting all that ready. Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. We were the only ones in the entire school who knew all the details. Must have been a big pain in the, that must have been real difficult. I wrote the script so that the case could go either way. Also, yes, it was a pain in the ass. That way the defense and the prosecution both had an equal chance of winning. If you think that's all she's capable of, you've got another thing coming. Another thing coming? Who said that? Oh my god, it's Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script. Yeah!
She gave an award-winning performance as the defendant, man!
I think I found a rival to my course of steel. Hugh, Robin, aren't you going to introduce yourselves to our guests? As student council president, I won't have you treating them rudely. You're right. I heard Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him. It's fucking Team Aqua and Team Magma. That would be you two, Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes. Yep, I'm Athena Sykes. And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet ya. I'll pass on the handshake. I'm studying to be a lawyer. The name's Hugh O'Connor. Lamest name ever, anyway. But some call me Mr. Perfect, because I never score less than 100% on tests. Ugh, most pretentious introduction ever. Yeah, some call me Mr. Perfect. He's lying. Nobody calls him that. What's with his hand? Is it glued to the inside of his pocket or what? Yeesh.
Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's totally rude introduction.
Sorry! Now, here's my introduction. I'm Robin Newman. I'm studying to be a prosecutor, like the really cool kind that nails the bad guys. Is he... What is up with his arms? Does he have... Are those like springs? No! Where's the sincerity? So he makes pottery too? What's that brace-like contraption for? Maybe is it for like exercise? It's like it puts force on his arms, so when he moves his arms, it goes yeah, like the. These two were the lawyer and the prosecutor in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendant. That's dumb. You should have been the part of the judge. Then again, you do have a final act in toward love triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Woods, level-headed lawyer, course genius, and hot-blooded prosecutor, course student. We'll go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Wait, these two are the guys who supposedly have a thing for Junie? Juniper, come on, your role's way beyond just that. That's right. This mock trial's just the start. He's also in the school festival's main event. Live on stage, live on stage, Juniper Woods, and the crowd goes bananas. Woo! I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. All of the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so... My Junie singing? On stage in front of people? Wow, she really has changed. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes. Oh my god, and this is what I'll be wearing. Oh, that's amazing, Junie. But then again, you are always good at that kind of thing. These constellations in particular are really something. Oh, thank you. Looks familiar. One of my favorite things to do is look up at the stars in the middle of the forest. Huh, so you're a fan of the night sky then? Wow, Apollo, didn't know you were such a romantic. It's not like that. I have this friend, he and I go way back, who got me really interested in space. He's dead now. Wait, you had friends when you were young? Color me surprised. As student council president, I cannot allow such mean-spirited teasing to continue. I think she's angry. The costumes were no problem, but as for singing, I'm not sure No! You can do it! That's right. And anyone says otherwise will have to answer to me. It's like a chivalrous love triangle. A damsel in distress and two knights in shining armor. Maybe that famous Herald article wasn't too far from the truth. What? Well, maybe for those two guys, but... Why? What do you mean she-devil? Black heart? What is this bullshit? Speaking of the latest news, I wonder how the mock trial turned out. So, how did the mock trial end? You were just about to reach a verdict when the police arrived. Now we'll never know how it would have turned out. I guess that's what happened, and there's a real murder doing a fake murder trial. It ended right before the verdict? Talk about bad timing. I was this close, man! I bet I would have won! But I bet the defense wasn't doing too badly either, right? Zen and the art of mastering the bar exam. Civil law, corporate law, criminal law. Is that like what the book is about, or are those the fucking authors of the book? Hi, I'm civil law. And these are my brothers, corporate and criminal. We'll settle this some other time. And I assure you, I will win when that time comes. Like I'm gonna let that happen? I don't think so! Hope they aren't end up hurting each other. Oh, don't worry. The three of us have been good friends since we enrolled here. Law, and law. Attorneys at law. We even have proof of our friendship. Proof? Like physical evidence proof? Yes, We're studying for a career in law, and in the legal world, evidence is everything. Yeah! As long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around! Ah, the famed Themis Legal Academy ingenuity at work. So what exactly is this proof of friendship anyway? Well, it's a secret, and if I show you, it would be bad luck. Oh, okay. I knew it. There's definitely some discord in Junie's voice. Weren't you the one who said that a girl is entitled to her secrets, deserves to keep secrets, or whatever fuck? Our friendship is sacred and inviolable. It's not something to be put cheaply on display. Proof? We don't need no stinking proof. Us three are friends forever! These fucking... I can hear discord in the voices too. But they're talking about their friendship. What's going on here? Wait, what am I doing? I know what voice to do for the hot-blooded guy. Something wrong, Athena? No, it's nothing. Oh. Alright then. Hey, isn't that... Everyone stay right where you are. Don't move a muscle. Ah, it's this guy. I've come around to him, you know. At first I thought, fucking Edge, gumshoe replacement, don't like him. But now he's his own kind of goofy. You know, he's fun. Detective Fulbright, is something wrong? Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends. Sorry, but the small talk will have to wait. Juniper Woods, don't say it. You're under arrest for the murder of Constance Court. That's bullshit. She was here. What? Also, whatever happened to double jeopardy? She was already accused of a crime, convicted and acquitted. You can't do this again. Wait a second, what's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? And again, Mia Fey got accused of murder 3 times. 3! And they weren't. Please, Detective Fulbright, we're involved in this case too. Aha! So you're the lawyers that dispatch said were first officer. I can't tell you everything, but I will say this. There are 2 major reasons for her arrest. Number 1, the suspect led somebody to where the body was. I didn't. And number 2, the police are too lazy to actually try and find a suspect. The crime scene is exactly how the suspect portrayed it in her script. But you can't arrest her on just those grounds. Oh, wait. Only... Oh, right. Yeah, I think it was like only a few people knew about the script or whatever. True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me to say no more than that. So Blackwell's the prosecuting attorney on this one too. Oh, I was hoping to meet Edgeworth. Or Clavier. Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Why, there's blood on this. Oh wow, we also found a gram of coke and a gun. These were definitely on her person. But nobody... A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. Oh, did she say something? Oh, yeah. Now, if you would, officers. Yes, sir. Go ahead, test it. You'll find out that it's fake blood, right? Actually, I used real blood. But Junie! I have to do something. I can't let him take her away like this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Hold it! Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer! Junie! I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything I've got.
Oh.
Nina. Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
Babies. They're my babies. I hate to interrupt your bonding time, but aren't you rather new to all this? You're barely even a lawyer. Well, I don't have much experience, and I may need to call on Mr. Wright's help at times. But nobody believes in Judy as much as I do. That's all you need. I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you murdered your professor. We finally got to play a full trial as Athena. Athena!
Hello. Thank you both. I'm counting on you.
We got your back, Junie. Guess things worked out after all. Now that you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, it's time for us to head back to the station. Oh, fuck. I forgot to do the voice. It's time for us to head back to the station. I can't believe Junie's been arrested for murder. And I can't believe I accepted her case without asking Mr. Wright. And Mr. Wright would have done that. Take a deep breath and relax, Athena. I'm here to help with whatever you need. So let's get right on the case. Right! I won't have this case left in the hands of rank amateurs. Rank amateurs? Have you even passed the bar exam yet, bro? If anyone's gonna solve this case, it'll be me. Time to investigate. Okay. Why, that smug little... He hasn't even finished law school! I already know what voice to do with him. Fucking Deku from My Hero Academia. Let's get this victory royale! That was totally rude! And you're not the only one on the case, man! I'm in too! Big time! Juniper Woods! I'm gonna save you! Go beyond! Plus Ultra! Let's get this victory royale! I said right victory! Now that those two are gone, let's get back to what I was talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is. Oh, right. You said the victim's location, position, and so on were just like in the script. Exactly. But without the script or any props, it's kind of hard to explain. Perhaps I could help. Yes! 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 It's him! Prosecutor Gavin! What are you doing here? You two seem to know each other. Is someone going to introduce me? Why, I do believe we have a fresh face here. Greetings, Fräulein. I am Clavia Gavin. Some know me as a prosecutor, but I'm most famous for my former rock band. Aw, the band broke up? We were quite popular, you know, but, regrettably, the band went kaput. Perhaps you've heard of us, the Gaviners. I was the lead vocalist. Never heard of your band. And again, I was just out of the country till only recently. But, can I get your autograph? You just met him like 3 seconds ago and you want his autograph? Forgive me, Fräulein, but I've retired from the music biz. But I'd be happy to offer my autograph as rockstar prosecutor, Clavia Gavin. Oh, okay. That one then. She's a lively one, eh, hair forehead? Didn't know she was your type. She's the newest member of Write Anything Agency, that's all. Nice to meet you. Fuck! Fuck me running! Nice to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. A pleasure to meet you too, Athena Sykes. Now that the intros are out of the way, I'm sure you have some questions for me, ya hair forehead. Yes. Why are you here? So, what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin? I'm here for the same reason as your boss, to give a lecture and a training seminar. Oh, so he's the prosecutor. I thought it was gonna be Edgeworth. So he's the famous prosecutor they invited. And I have another crucial role to play. The Gaviners are getting back together for a one-time special performance. Ah, I knew it. The guitar poster in the hallway. Even though you guys disbanded, which was a shame, by the way, really. Yeah, I know how much you adore our music here, forehead. Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so that performance Junie mentioned, I see you've already heard about that. One student representative was selected to sing with us on stage. And the stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. Oh, wow. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Okay, I don't want to go too heavy on the German accent, because it don't... Look at statues. Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fräulein. And they were so big and magnificent, too. What a terrible waste. But the worst part of this whole thing is... my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass. Wait, don't tell me your mentor was... Professor Court. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law. Oh. And your... so, unlike Edgeworth, your mentor was a judge. Or a judge expert. So, that may explain why he's such a different prosecutor compared to Edgeworth. So Constant Court was your professor here at the academy. She may have taught the judge course, but she had a huge impact on me. She was fond of saying, the end is only justified through proper means. Ah! A good rejection of the ends justify them. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty, and always revered what was right beyond all else. I can feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. Oh no, I think I'm gonna cry. Where? Athena, are you tearing up? I mean, come on, man. His mentor's dead. That's the sad thing. Well, I can't blame you. Prosecutor Gavin owes a lot to who he is to Professor Court. Exactly. So, as you can see, we are both joined in purpose, so to speak, yeah? Now, let's rock this place hard. Huh? I don't follow. Let's rock what? Come on, rock me, Amadeus. Forget already, hair forehead. I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. We're going to reprise it right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch a killer. Wait, what? Oh my god. Oh my god, yes! Yes! Right, the stage is ready. And you, hair forehead, ready to rock? Come on, Apollo. No, the defense is not ready to rock. You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax, you'll do fine. You've done this multiple times, Apollo. Come on. Besides, we have the script right here. Junie's masterpiece, the one everyone's been talking about? Yeah, and there's only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Borrowed it from who? Now, Fräulein will need you to play the part of defendant and judge as per the script. My god. Whoever's like, the fucking theater... Are there only 3 theater kids in existence in this fucking... You couldn't spare one extra student to play the judge. You had to, like... This is so, like... And, like, if the person playing the defendant also has to play another role, why couldn't it have been the attorney? Because that would make more sense, right? You're defending yourself, representing yourself in court, which you do have the right to do. You can waive your right to an attorney and just represent yourself in court. But why would you have the defendant also be the judge? That's a conflict of interest. Come on! Okay, got it. I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turns out, so I'll treat this like I'm prosecuting a real case. Like your point is to convince the judge that the defendant is either guilty or innocent. But the defendant should already know whether they're guilty or innocent, unless it's like that one Korean movie about like the nameless prisoner who's like he's arrested for a crime of sorts, but like he doesn't believe that he is guilty, so the state has to convince him that he is guilty. I forgot the name of the movie, but it's a movie. And it's about anti-Korean racism in Japan. I don't know how it actually turns out, so I'll treat this like Hair Forehead will play the part of a fledgling lawyer, a role you were born to play. All the evidence is also here with us. You have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. Très bien, let's get started. The defendant says Judge Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. This is so dumb. Court is now in session for our reenactment of the mock trial. Like, can't you just, I don't fucking know, or what I like to call the mock trial. Can't you just fucking pretend the defendant is in absentia or whatever? You can try someone in absentia. That's happened before. It happened to Leon Trotsky. Yeah, a double mockery perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. Act 2, baby, it's no holds barred. Let's rock! Aw, can't we take it easy today?
Objection!
It may just be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great. A judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers. This is Democracy Manifest. Summary of the facts. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, if you please. Oh! Now I'm playing the judge. Or... You've got it, Fräulein Judge. Our case is set in a school very much like this one. The victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. Ah! Is she an archery club? Oh me, oh my. I'm innocent. Innocent, I tell you. That's some seriously bad acting, Fräulein. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. That's bad acting. Because I'm convinced that you are innocent. Everyone knows that the defendant... That should be a fuck. The victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Also, the victim is also the jury. And the jury is your father. And... The victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it's Professor Court who posed as the corpse. This should have... I would have done it... This is full murder mystery, man. It's like fucking murder mystery. Hair forehead. How did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, oh, the green sweatsuit. That's not exactly what I would pick to focus on, so why would he care about that? It's the Squid Games. She was prepared for Squid Games. Too much of a fledgling to know what's important, that one. In any case, both in the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along. Hey, wait a sec. The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although there was a stage. Plus, the murder weapon and arrow, and the lack of blood, are also the same. And that's right. And therein lies the significance of this mock trial. So, let's keep rocking it hard just like that. Okay. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me. I didn't kill her. Bad acting. The prosecution is convinced that you're innocent. You don't have to ham it up like that, Athena. It's called getting into character here, Forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket. Right. Athena's the kid who, like, when you're, like, reading a book in literature class, you all take turn reading pages, and she's the one who gets, like, really into it, right? Like when reading fucking Shakespeare plays. I actually quite enjoyed that. Everyone taking turns reading from Shakespeare, because Shakespeare, a frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab a professor with an arrow. I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen, holding a bow in the archery club room, which has a clear view of the quad. This was the best they got. He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there. This is the best they got for a fucking mock trial script. 9-9 here, Forehead. That feigned swagger does not suit you in the least. exaggerated swagger of a Japanese teen. Order, 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 especially you, Mr. Justice. Me? But I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Euro Rocker said. Japanese-American teen. Prosecution's rebuttal. So, the victim was shot from the archery club room before the meeting even took place.
Hence, the defendant could not be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion.
I'm imagining Athena would do different voices for the judge and the defendant. That would be pretty funny.
Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections?
The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wound were unusually ragged. Just like my dumps when I take a dump, taking a ragged dump. That's my brother and me. It was an episode where like the response would ask if like a guy's like, "Oh, my landlord is keeping a secret toilet in the basement," and Justin McElroy, the funniest one, he says, "How ragged your leavings have to be." And I just can't get that out of my mind. Ragged as a descriptor for poop. God, my mind's all over the place. Could such a physical trauma possibly result from an arrow shot from a bow? 9! I believe the victim was impaled with the arrow by hand. Post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student. A warm-up act, while I'm the real deal. The headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was most likely the awl that was left in the art room. An awl? What's that?
An awl, you say? What might that be?
It's the kind of tool used for poking holes in paper, wood, and other materials. It's kind of like an ice pick. Oh hey! Leon Trotsky was killed with an ice pick! I have a photo here if you're interested. Gross. It's all bloody up to the handle. Please tell me it's just paint. Most likely, Fräulein. Pretty realistic, yeah? Let's pretend it's real blood for now. But wait, wasn't the fucking all the one that Fulbright had, the murder weapon? Didn't he say that was the real? Oh God! I hope they find out that it's just paint, and I hope whoever decided that this was the actual murder weapon and the actual decisive evidence, I hope that person gets fired for this blunder. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place.
So, the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage?
How the body was moved. The murder took place in the third-floor art room, but the body was found in the quad.
It must have been quite a chore moving the body all that way.
Not at all. There's a maintenance area and storehouse right outside the art room. And a cart used to carry balls around was there. Balls.
Oh, I think I've seen one of those before, but that's a pretty big one.
A jumbo, yeah. Big enough to fit a person. Or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window, then moved it with the cart. That is how a high school girl could easily move a body all by herself. You don't say!
Objection!
What was that? A body dropped from 3 stories up, which shows signs of massive blunt force trauma.
Objection!
Ooh. That may be true, but you fail to account for the large high jump mat in the storehouse. You gotta be shitting me. This is fucking goofy-ass clown shit. What? A body dropped onto such a mat which showed no signs of blunt force trauma. We also believe that the body was fucking slipped on a banana peel. Yikes, it's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings. Quite the crafty killer. In an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club, they moved the body to the quad where it would be an easy shot from the club room. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the all stab wound. Sounds like he has only high praise for Junie's script. Were there any further arguments from the defense? Nope. Seemed like the teacher was playing the judge was satisfied too. Time to finish the finale then. Oh, right. They only did it because there were 3 of them. Fuck. Your verdict, if you please, Fräulein Judge. Huh? Oh, right, that's me. Very well. This court finds the defendant, the Juniper Woods. Wait a second. Even if this is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty. Yeah, perhaps that's not such a good idea. Let's end our mock trial here. Besides, it's about time to get back to my investigation. Thanks, you two. That little run through of the mock trial cleared up quite a few things. Mock trial script added to the court record. Achtung, baby. The prosecution's already got a witness sized up too. That was quick. Prosecutor Blackwell's almost too good. You're sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, like I said, I just want to catch whoever killed Professor Court. And there's no reason for me to stop butting heads with you two. Anyway, I won't say goodbye, as I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. I always thought prosecutors were all rather a scary bunch. But Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice. Yep, he's definitely the most charismatic of all the prosecutors. Yeah, he's not so bad as prosecutors go. We should get back to investigating, too. But we don't have nearly enough information yet. And we have to tell Mr. Wright that we accepted Junie's case. Right. Looks like we have our work cut out for us. Most prominent feature of this case is how closely it resembles the script. That makes it a tough one, because we have to have a firm understanding of them both. No sweat, we can reenact the mock trial as many times as we want by reading the script. I'll check it out in the court record and commit it to memory later. Good. I bet the script and the mock trial are going to be the centerpiece of the real trial. Make sure you know them inside and out. Yes, sir, Mr. Justice. Mr. Justice. Careful, I could get used to that. Polly. A body with a protruding arrow was found in the quad. The murder weapon wasn't all. The arrow was inserted as a ruse. The actual murder scene was the art room where traces of blood were found on the floor. The body was dropped from the 3rd floor art room to the maintenance area below. A mat was laid out to cushion the fall. A ball cart from the storehouse was then used to move the body to the stage. The archery club's room has a good view of the quad. The body was moved to the quad to make it look like an archery member had shot the victim with a bow. Buy with school festival funds. Get from hardware store. Arrow. If it borrowed with the archery club, it could give away part of the script's plot, to be determined. Sweatsuit. Victim's outfit will be a red one from the prosecutor course. That's why. What else is here? Search the entire campus and find witnesses for the trial. Well, I can't search here. Let's go to the hallway. Mr. Wright. I heard they arrested your friend Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in. I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. Oh, good, he's on our side. We must prove her innocence by any means necessary. The ends justify the means. I wouldn't go that far, Professor Means. I mean, listen. The ends justify the means. That's been like a topic of ethical debate for a long time. What do you mean the ends justify the means? I, Professor Means, always say what I mean, and I mean what I say by all means. Like, there are 2 schools of thought, right? Consequentialism, which is like the actions aren't that important. All that matters is whether the consequences of an action. So, like, are the consequences good or bad? And related to that would be utilitarianism, where it's like a net positive result. And utilitarian gets dunked on a lot, and for good reason, because utilitarianism is fucking silly. Yes, well, preferably I would prefer, but Yes, well, what would be the most preferable? Like, not everything is a math equation, right? And then the opposite end, we got deontologism, which is also kind of stupid. I'm not a centrist. And like Socrates, I know nothing. But the thing is, so we got consequentialism, utilitarianism, deontologism, which is that basically the morality is in the actions, not the result of the actions. So there is also an interesting... Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results. Like, now, what's my moral philosophy? The purpose of a system is what it does. But basically, yes, the results are... Yes, the results are what matters the most. And it's not so much as, like, the results will justify the means, but rather the results, that's what the purpose of the means are, regardless of your intent. It's the pragmatic approach. Yeah. The purpose of a system is what it does. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not? Of course I do. Junie wouldn't even hurt a fly. She would apologize to the fly. Oh! And precisely, we have justice on our side. Yeah, that's me. The only other thing we need are results. This looks like a job for Johnny Results. It is the height of folly to endanger your client by failing to pursue all means possible. Okay, don't turn into Saul Goodman, brother. Sure, I want to prove her innocence, but I don't like the sound of that the end justify the means part. Is he gonna... Well, you are still young and idealistic. It's no wonder you fail to see the wisdom therein. This guy is weird. I don't want him to be the real... I don't want him to be revealed to be the killer, because, like... Well, there is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense. You're going to take your case, Professor Means? I may be a professor, but I am still licensed to practice law. In fact, I've even battled Professor Corton, well, in court! No kidding. So you guys were rivals or something? No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague at the academy and in court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from this academy at the top of our class. Wow, I bet they both used to really bring it. Now, if you would excuse me, I'd best go discuss the case with Juniper. Professor Means, please wait! I didn't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take her case. It's true. Professor Juniper is counting on us to prove her innocence. I almost said Professor Juniper. The professor from Pokemon Black and White. Really now? You two? And when were you planning on telling me? Sorry, boss. I know we should have asked first, but... Haha, relax. Your friend was just hauled away in front of your eyes. Better to ask for forgiveness. Sometimes you just have to make snap decisions, and I think you made the right one. Better to ask for forgiveness than permission. How wonderful. Very well, Athena Sykes. Let me ask you just one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As a professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. And if you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once. Let's hope it never comes to that. I don't want to Saul Goodman just yet. Now, if you would excuse me, I'm off to kill my brother. Well, time's a-wasting. Better start investigating fast. I actually don't know. Is it Saul Goodman who kills Chuck in... Is it Jimmy who kills Chuck in Better Call Saul? But first, how about I tell you everything I know so far? Yes, please. Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I ran into Prosecutor Gavin, and he told me something interesting. Seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood there. So the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage. What? Really? Just like the mock trial again. The police are searching the art room, but whether they'll find anything, well, what? Come to think of it. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's not, no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like you found it. Plus, nah, never mind. Now, where was I again? But there's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. Our search in the art room. I want you two to find out for yourselves. Okay, let me just go here. I want to examine Charlie. No, I still can't examine Charlie. Fuck! Okay, I'll come back later, Trucy. So, were you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means? Oh, I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The Dark Age of the Law. I'm sure you've heard those words before. Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges, and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy. Well, that in and of itself isn't a bad thing. Right. As long as those results come by fair and honest means. Oh, but what was it that Professor Means said? The ends justifies the means? Like, look, the ends justify the means is a bad moral philosophy, but that doesn't follow that you shouldn't be thinking about the ends at all. Right? To survive the Dark Age of the Law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest results. And also, it's just kind of pointless to try and, like, think of a rule, a definitive formula for what is the most moral option. Like, oh, it's the most moral option if it gets these kinds of consequences, or if you make this kind of decision, because morality itself is subjective. It's intrinsically subjective. There is, like, yeah, you can say killing a baby is, you could say putting a baby in a blender is immoral. But like, that's subjective. Like, objectively, it's bad, it's harmful, it's gross. Most people wouldn't want to do it. But like, the morality of it is gonna be subjective. That's what they're preaching here at Themis Legal Academy. And that I'm not saying that morality is bad. I'm not saying you shouldn't have a moral belief. But like, that's not the rule. It's a result of the rules. But what'll happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore? Aha, relax. It's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. Oh, that's a relief. He had me going there for a minute. Wait a second. What if Mr. Wright examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence. The rule of law. Everyone is subject to the law. Everyone's actions have consequences. I think that about wraps up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Miss Wood's script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same, what's different. Okay, I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. Okay, outdoor stage. I thought the area was cordoned off. Hey, the police are discussing something over there. Ooh, I know. I'll just quietly sneak over for to listen. Here goes. Ah, Athena, watch where you're... Huh? Eek! Ouch! Who put this stupid box here? Wait. Eek! Apollo! This box! There's... What now? There's someone or... something inside! Don't let it be a snake! Is it a snake? Oh, God. What? You morons just blew my cover! What the? There really is someone inside. Oh, okay, it's just a student being an... This is normal for a school. That someone is me, Miriam Scuttlebutt. Oh my God. Snake. Snake inside a box. That someone is me, Miriam Scuttlebutt. And I'm a senior in the judge course. What's with the box? It's the fate of we who live in the shadows. There's a very good reason why none may see my face by the light of day. Wait, if you're taking the judge course, did you write a mock trial script too? You really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission, and you'll wish you hadn't. Who cares? I'm sure it was rejected for a good reason. Oh, so you're studying to be a judge too? You must be classmates with Juniper. Are you a friend of hers? Juniper? Sure, she's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now, tell me all you know. You know, for tomorrow's trial. For tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about? I'm gonna call you Snake if that's fine. Yeah, that's fine by me. They called me Snake back in college. But you are in college. Yeah, I know. I'm going to take the stand, naturally. So the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box? This disguises how I get my scoops. But you're right. It's me. So, tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. I'm too sexy for my box. Too sexy for my box. Do you remember that? It was by Christopher Kerbifer, the creator of Tome. It done dumb fucking brawl shit. The big gay dance. The fucking sexy for my box. Wait a second. Miriam, repeat what you just said. A lawyer with brains as bad as his ears. Poor Juniper. I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time? Oh, she lying. I thought so. Athena, my bracelet's reacting. Really? That means a lie already? That was quick. How am I going to examine your tells? I'm taking the stand tomorrow. I know. The lie is in for Juniper's sake. There is a different reason you want me to tell you everything that I know. Now then. Freeze. No! Okay, so it should be here. That's normal. Heart, normal. Oh! It is your hands. Because normal. Tensen up. So, for Juniper's sake. What do you mean by that? Gotcha. That's strange. You suddenly tightened your grip when you said, for Juniper's sake. It's like you subconsciously tensed up because you're lying. Ha! What are you talking about? When did I ever lie? Okay then, let me ask you this. Why were you selected as a witness? That's an easy one. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Themis Herald. I know everything there is to know about campus, even the darkest of secrets. Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive. Yeah, well, it's a lonely one-woman operation. I do it all myself, from reporting to editing to publishing. Still impressed? I'm a perfect storm of journalism, because I bring it all to the table. And this is the evidence. Here. An extra edition of the Themis Herald, published to coincide with the mock trial. Thanks, Miriam. You've revealed who you truly are. Someone who's never had Junie's best interests in mind. What? Are you questioning our friendship? Look, you may want answers, but no one can do, because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of evidence. Oh.
Take that!
That's the Themis Herald, the paper I published. What about it? Are you really that dense? This article is full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write, and it's definitely not something an unbiased reporter would write. You got it all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one. You literally just said you're the only person on the fucking writing team. I don't think so, Miriam. You even said it yourself just a moment ago. It's a one-woman operation. Or did you forget already, you dumbass? If you just give me the info you had. Stupid pawn. Juniper's just using you. Now, I want the truth, Miriam. You hide in your box in order to collect gossip for your sleazy paper, isn't that right? You're not really friends with Juniper, are you? No, duh. She's the target of my scoops, and my readers demand dirt. Extra, extra. The dirty little secret of the squeaky clean student council president. Dirty little secret? Alright, what are you planning to say in court, huh? I'm a witness to her part in the crime. I'm going to tell it all in a shocking expose. The end justifies the means. That's my brand of tell-all journalism. The end justifies the means? Wait a second. In this dark age of law, many of us embrace Professor Means' methods, even future judges. I've even adopted an end justifies the means brand of journalism, which includes tape recorders secretly hidden all over our campus. Secretly recording every last word without anyone being any the wiser. Doesn't she realize that's totally illegal? And one of them was at the scene of the crime, the art room. You put a tape recorder in the art room? What did it record? You want to know? You really want to know? Yes, please. This little freak in a box, and she's putting tape recorders in the art room. Like I'd really tell you now. The big scoop comes out in court tomorrow. You're so mean, Miriam. According to my evidence, a fatal fissure had opened between the three of them. Who? Junie, Hugh, and Robin? What do you mean by fatal fissure? A rift in the trio. Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be the best of friends. Used to be? They still seem to get along fine to me. I did sense some discord, though. You don't know anything. Professor Means has his followers, and Professor Court had hers. Their influence is inescapable. Are you implying that one of them adheres to that extreme idea you and Professor Means has? Right. Because Professor Court says, the ends are justified by the means. No, wait, the means justify the ends. I don't fucking remember. But the point is, she had a different, a philosophy compared to the fucking Professor Means. Professor Means is the killer. But why would anyone follow that philosophy? How could you possibly understand? You're new around here. Miriam, wouldn't you feel better if you came out of the dark and into the light? I can see fine in here. You'll be the one seeing the light in court tomorrow. Then you'll realize how guilty Juniper Woods it really is. We're going to have to cross-examine her tomorrow. I don't know where to start. Well, let's at least take care of whatever we can today. You're right. Let's see what else we can find out. Well, that's it. I have one more thing. If you want to give me a present, slip it through a hole in my box. Or if it's too big, you can open the top and give me it that way. So, which way is it gonna be? Either way creeps me out. I've been living in a cardboard box, spending every dollar at the liquor shop. I'm gonna... An unceremonious cancellation. Getting canceled. I got canceled by the court. You killed someone. The cancel culture strikes again. Wait a minute. Does this kid have fucking light powers? What is that? What is that? He tends to shout at people. Cave Johnson, we're done here. We are still here at Themis. So this is the maintenance area. Let's see. During the mock trial, Prosecutor Gavin, he says he's a weird little guy. That the art room is right above here on the 3rd floor. And the body was dropped from there onto a high jump mat from the storehouse. Right. And then he claimed that the body was transported to the stage in a ball cart. And then, there's someone else here. Hey, it's Robin. Whoa! You scared the crud out of me. Yikes, right back at you. So what are you doing out here? I'm working out so that I can become strong enough to save Juniper. Oh, he is so Deku. But I'm so worked up, my training brace is almost breaking at the seams. Oh, right. The girl you like got arrested, so you're psyching yourself up to rescue her? Yes, because I'm the manliest of manly men. That's why I work out with my manly brace. Except that I hear some discord in that manliest of men's voice of yours. That's just his voice cracking because he's 18. I don't mean to be rude, but can't you talk without shouting? Sorry! I'll try not to shout so much! If at all possible, that is! Which is not at all possible by the sound of it. I love this kid! So do you mind if I ask you some questions as Junie's lawyer? No problem! Ask away! Keep him coming, man! Ouch. My ears ache already. Robin, could you tell me a little more about yourself? You want to know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club. A Fine Arts Club? Isn't this a law school? Because it's sounding more like law is just one... I mean, like, if it's just clubs, like, it's possible... I guess the clubs, they're not, like, part of the curriculum. I don't fucking know. Looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard. There were supposedly 2 statues on this stage. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Art Club had made them. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fräulein, and they were so big and magnificent too. What a terrible waste. Say, did you create those stage statues by any chance? You bet I did. Both of them. Putting my blood, sweat, and tears into those things, man. And other fluids. It must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that. Nah, I couldn't face Professor Court if I let something like that get me down. What do you mean? Professor Court was the Fine Arts Club advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man. She always said the only good result is truth, that, and only lawyers who seek the truth through legitimate means produce worthwhile results. Yes, totally on your guys' side. She must have been an incredible woman. Yeesh, And you call me loud when I practice my chords of steel? Oh man, why'd I have to take the prosecutor course? I mean, how am I supposed to save Juniper if I'm studying to be a prosecutor? Don't worry, I'll clear Junie's name, you'll see. The three of us had a dream. We swore we'd make it happen together. Prosecutor, lawyer, judge, the three of us would hold fair and honest trials. The dark age of the law, ha! We were gonna put a nail in this coffin, man! Wow, you guys swore to do that? But no! That stupid school rule had to ruin it! School rule? Which one? And with a prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense, they won't be allowed to graduate from the stupid, holier-than-thou school! A tough legal academy with even tougher rules? Junie will never become a judge unless I can prove her innocence. And if I fail, the three of them will never realize their dream. It's like someone put pressure on my pressure. Let's see here. That paper! So, Robin, is this article true? The author of that article has been gunning for the three of us for some reason. There's been nothing but trashy articles like this as long as I can remember. Maybe the author just wants your attention. No way, man! The venom in those articles is way beyond that! I wonder. Plus Ultra! Whoa! Deja vu, man! It's like I can almost taste my near victory again! But no! The final showdown was cancelled because of that murder! This topic sure seems to strike a raw nerve. I hope it doesn't come between you guys. You kidding? Our friendship. It's like a diamond, only tougher. It's like a powder keg before a spark. It's like the calm before the storm. Just smash 2 pots and... In other words, it's under a lot of pressure and ready to blow in any moment. I'm a lawyer. Whoa! Check out your badge! What do you think? Nice and shiny, huh? Yeah! It's awesome! The plate never starts to peel or it gets all bent up. Let me fix it up for you. Really? Thanks. No. A worn badge is what you want. It's the sign of a lawyer. I'll have some primo clay and glaze in the way just in case. Never mind. What does clay have to do with my badge? Unless it's like a solid gold badge, I don't know. Well, I've asked him about everything. Unless. Okay, that's everything. Yeah, okay. What else we got? Lecture hall. Ugh. Look! There's Hugh! Hey, Hugh! This guy. Oh, it's you two. Do you want something? Did you find anything? You said you were going to do some investigating of your own. Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. You don't really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you? Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art were in the exact same state as described therein. Nobody could mimic a crime like that unless they'd already read the script or wrote it. But, look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two, so just leave it to him. There it is again. I'm picking up some discord in Hugh's voice. Hugh, would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself? Whatever. I'm 6'1", and under this uniform, I'm 100% lean muscle. Do you say that in response to everything? My grades are outstanding, and I'm the ace of the archery club. Needless to say, I never miss my mark. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble, too. How can you even say that with a straight face? Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. But when it comes to tests, I always get 100%, so I suppose it's only natural for them to say I'm a genius. But as I said before, I paid him no mind. I heard you the first time. What about the mock trial? It sounded like you were about to lose to Robin. There's a very good reason for that. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body. You saw the body? Right, and I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory. He's sweating. Come on. Hugh, would you mind telling us a little more about that? Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was there in the lecture hall. The mock trial! This is an announcement for the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. I was put on trial. They tried to indict me. They thought they could indict me, but I'm Donald Trump. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. That's right. There was that announcement, and then everyone came in here. The only exceptions were the mock trial participants. Juniper, Robin, and I were in our personal dressing rooms next door. Wow, your own personal dressing rooms? That's total VIP treatment. Actually, they're for student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. I mean, that makes it great for changing. The other two... changing clothes. The other two waited patiently in the rooms, but that's not my style. So I headed over to the archery range on the other side of the quad. I did some meditation while I waited. That's the best way to relax. Then, just before the mock trial was to start, I headed back toward the main building. But then that's your fucking alibi! She has an alibi because you know where she was when you found the fucking body! As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage. So that's when you saw the body. Right. It was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. Could have easily beaten Robin if it hadn't been for that. Wait, hold it right there. You went through with the mock trial even though you had just discovered a body? Why didn't you tell anyone? I mean, we're talking about someone getting killed here. I think I know why. Was it because of this? Where'd you get that? So this article in the Themis Herald is true. The winner of the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie. Right, but if I reported the body it found, the whole thing would be called off. He really wanted to win that bad? Bad enough to ignore a dead body? Sorry, but that's not normal. Or could their love for Junie really be that strong? Nah, this freak ain't normal. Thanks for sharing that important piece of information with us. It may prove useful at tomorrow's trial. Good, because that's all I have to say about the matter. Thanks, and don't worry, we'll prove Juniper's innocence, you'll see. I can't say you to inspire much confidence. Okay, Athena, what next? Well, I think I've talked to everyone who was somehow linked to the case. Okay, maybe it's about time we wrapped up our investigation. Oh, I wanted to talk to Juicy. Oh, wait, we haven't met with Junie yet. Yeah, you're right. Let's head over to the detention center. But first, I'm going to talk to Junie. I mean, Trucy. Athena, don't you think the right anything agency has about run its course? What do you mean? Isn't it obvious? It's time for the Right Anything Academy. And you, Athena, I want you to be the head of our psychology department. Oh, what other departments will we have? Well, I'll be the head of the magic department. And we'll have a Cords of Steel department and a Bluffing department. But then who'll be head of the toilet cleaning department? Oh, well, at that point, surely at that point, you'll be able to, have enough income to, like, hire janitors. A school festival. Why didn't you take me with you? Oh, only Mr. Wright was officially invited. Apollo and I were just tagging along, but we are lawyers after all. Well, my magic act would have made a great warm-up for the mock trial. They'd have seen how even the most crucial evidence could vanish in the blink of an eye. That's probably precisely why Mr. Wright didn't invite you. Okay, well, good to see you, Trucy. Thank God she didn't mention her magic panties, am I right? Athena, thank you so much for coming. She called me Athena, like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting her guard down. Besties. The script. Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. The only people who knew the details were Professor Court and I. Nothing we haven't heard already so far. However... Yes? What is it, Junie? Well, there was this one article in the school paper. You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me. I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me. He wants to stay friends, but both of the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it. Nah, you dodged a bullet, man. When you're in high school, the best thing you could do is just keep your head down, don't get involved in any of the high school drama. And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. Ah, so if Robin had won, Hugh wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious. Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh? You'll never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. Yeah, she is definitely like the girl who's like too scared to tell a dude no. And it sucks, you know, cause it sucks having to tell someone who's into you, no, I don't feel the same way, I'm sorry. Like, cause like, you don't know how they'll react. They could be mad, they could stop talking to you entirely, they could, like... And... that's not to say that you're, like, obligated to reciprocate someone's feelings. I was wondering about that awl you had on you when you were arrested. Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Oh, why, there's blood on this. It's paint, you dumbass. That's evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Court and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me until I was arrested. Then we've nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime. Still, that blood red color on the awl bothers me. Surely they know how to DNA test, right? Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but... No, I used real blood. It was probably just paint, but that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the awl when we were prepping it yesterday. It wasn't? And how and when did it get there? Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Athena and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and an awl with what looked like blood on it. A key? And the awl? Professor Court normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club advisor. And since that key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the awl to look like it had blood on it. After all, she always insisted that the prop should be realistic, so... the awl suddenly shows up on the day of the trial, with what looks like blood on it. I have a really bad feeling about this, and there was blood on the awl, and I've seen many owls. I know a lot about owls, folks. Me too, but let's not jump the gun on this. You and Professor Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes, I left school at around 6 p.m. Did you notice anything different about her? No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. Oh, I really hope there wasn't a fucking ladder somewhere that I missed. It looks like we're out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do everything we can to prove you innocent tomorrow. I know. And I believe in you, Athena. Well, I should go now. Bye. Is she gonna be alright? She's like a shadow of the girl we met back at the academy. The Junie I knew was always like that. A little weak and sickly. But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still. What is it? Well, Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship. I sensed some discord in their hearts. Seriously? Yeah, but it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship. Is there? Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. Yep, tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. The victim, Professor Constance Court, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial script described. I wish those were the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is the script in this case are exactly the same in almost every respect. So it follows that the actual trial may very well unfold just like the mock trial did. Oh no! The mock trial ended right before the prosecution was about to win. Well, that's not gonna happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo, and he's the king of being fine. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine!